What's up, dedicated Dragon Ball denizens? I'm Ryan, and we're here for another episode of the Hawks Dragon Ball Nest. It feels like forever since I've recorded. It kind of has. I got sick, and I missed like kind of a week of recording, so we're kind of in an odd schedule. We're doing a little bit of catch up. This was supposed to drop Tuesday, but it's dropping Saturday, obviously, for those watching it today. We'll get the demo of the deck coming out on Tuesday, and then next Saturday I got something, I don't want to say special for you all, but we're going to do something a little different, okay? It's going to be a fun little special rule type battle preview on that. But this time, in case you haven't read the title of the video, it is our Gogeta FB09 deck profile. So let's get right into it, okay? And here we are. The deck list is up on the left hand of the screen, of course in the description as well. So let's get into it. Gogeta, is a leader that came out in FB05. It's a leader I've always liked. I like Gogeta. He's got Riz. He's a fusion. FB09 is going to come, and we've got 3 different Gogetas, including a new one that will replace this one for the most part. But Gogeta, for the most part, skill is just, it's just not great. Okay? But we did get some good support in FB08 that, including some promos that actually make him pretty viable. I mean, he's not meta, nowhere near that. We'll just say that. But it can be a viable deck, can be a fun deck to take to your locals. So, reminder, if you don't know Gogeta, pretty vanilla leader on front side, 15k when attacking, draw a card. Now here is what really just is confusing to this day. When your life is at 4, let's flip this card over. So for some weird reason, he doesn't get a draw on flip. And then here he is there. When attacking, draw a card, 20k leader. And his ability is underwhelming. Activate main once per turn for 1 energy. If you don't have an energy marker, you place an energy marker. So sure, you can do some cool shenanigans with that, with using markers and regenerating them, or a marker really. I don't see why they thought that was OP enough to not give him a draw on flip, but whatever. I digress. All right, let's get into the deck overall. Right now, a lot of it's pretty basic. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. We've got our Para Bros, 1 cost 10k combo. We get to stun with it, right? Remove an energy marker, choose a battle card to count attack. And then we've got our Hercules. If you have an energy marker, add 1 non-Hercule GT from drop to hand. Honestly, you're usually going to grab back the Para. So you basically have a marker, spend 1, grab this guy, use your marker, grab him again, grab him, play him, stun something, cool, whatever. Alright, then we've got a lot of, well, let's go into Chi-Chi first. Obviously, we're playing that as a 4 of, Self-Awakener, all that fun stuff, right? Don't need to say much. Now I'm going to go with South Kai as a cantrip, get us some draw power in there. This one, honestly, I mean, it's searchable now with our Paikuhan. I won't be mad if you remove this card. When I played a little bit, it's definitely good to have as many 1-cost cards as possible to play, especially over the Chi-Chi, but it's not the best. Now, this card is ridiculously good, and it's almost comical in many ways, because if you go second, essentially you're playing this guy for free turn 1, and essentially, and I did it once just for the lulz. I lost the match, but I had to do it for the lulz, is, what does he do now? Okay, 1 cost 5k. On play, if your leader is Gogeta and you don't have a marker, add 1 card from life to hand, then place an energy marker. So you can use your marker to play him, take a life, you get another marker, and in many ways there's like an infinite loop. You can just keep playing these guys out if you really want to. So it's kind of funny. I don't recommend it, but I did one turn have 3 of these guys in hand, and then a Chi-Chi, and I awakened from 8 to 4 in 1 turn. Now that I've got Trunks GT in here, and honestly, I mean, this guy's good. I have him at 2, but I'll just go real quick over here. I only ever pulled 2 of these guys. Really, like, I'd probably just replace the 2 Trunks for the Goku GTs, or maybe I would go 4 Trunks, 4 GTs, and then that way I get rid of this guy. But I don't know. Then the problem is I would eliminate this guy, right? I really like this guy now. Paikuhan. He's a 2-cost 20k 0 combo. On play, you get to add a left to hand. When attacking, if you have an energy marker, look at top 2 cards, reveal in another world, add it to your hand, place the rest at the bottom. So this guy's just cool, you know, you're playing him out turn 2, you're attacking with him, drawing a card. Depending on when you play him out, your opponent, sometimes number 1 you can defend if they just want to attack into it, or they have other focuses that they want to remove, so this guy kind of stays in there. It's cool. I'm glad to finally be able to play it because of the next cards that we have in there that really, like, finally we have a deck where we want to play mostly Another World, right? So our first 1 cost, not Another World, not Another World, not Another World, and then this guy, not Another World, but and then him, yeah. But mostly from here now we're Another World, okay? Starting with this guy, Vegeta, permanent. If you have an energy marker and 1 Vegeta in your battle area, this guy, and remember it's only 1, don't make the mistake I did playing out another one, okay? In your battle area, Goku with Another World and his special traits in your battle area can't be removed by your opponent's skills, and it gets 10k power. On play, if your leader is Gogeta during this turn, the next time you use your Goku with Another World and his special traits, reduce its cost by 3. That's funny, use. I would think play. But whatever. Okay, so let's think about this for a minute. And some of why I like this and why I like Trunks, right? So he's a 3 cost. He's not attacking, but he's protecting your Gokus. And he's giving them 10k power as long as you have an energy marker, right? So the easy thing to do on your opponent's end, cool. I'm just going to get rid of this 3 cost and then I'm going to get rid of your other. So that's kind of why I like this Trunks. It kind of sets up multiple walls. If you have the marker, they first have to remove the Trunks, then they have to remove the Vegeta, and then now they'll remove one of these 2 other little Gokus we talking about. So remember that Goku has to have Another World, so it doesn't work on him, but doesn't matter. But there's 2 really good ones. Now this guy is our promo, and he's fun. All right, on play, choose a battle card with 3 or less and KO it. Cool. Activate main once per turn. Look at this. During this turn, the next time you activate a skill on your Gogeta leader, reduce the cost of the skill by 1. Ooh. Okay, so now we're cooking a little bit. So let's talk and break this down. Let's say we are at 3 energy and a marker, right? So turn 3, you're able to generate a marker. For 3, play out your Vegeta. Then this guy costs you 1. You're going to use your marker to play him out. Oh no, now we don't have marker because it's not going to protect it. Okay, no, you're going to activate main right here for free, and then you're going to go ahead and get that marker right back. Not bad at all, right? Not bad at all. We're getting it for free. So it really helps speed things up. And then now this guy for 1 was a 35k, is a 35k attacker that can't be removed until this Vegeta gets removed. Downside here is we are thinking about, like, this is a lot of, you know, this is some cards out of hand, but whatever. Then we got this guy, and I'm still kind of like thinking about like when to play what, because I think if you don't have anything on field, maybe it's better to get this guy out so that we can get that free marker generation, even if we have the energy. But this guy, now think about this. With that Vegeta out, he is now a 2 cost, right? On play, if you removed an energy marker, draw 2 cards. So there's our kind of downside, though, is we have to use our marker to play him to draw the 2. And then before we attack, we're going to want to have that marker back, which is why I like having this guy on field before I'm letting this bad boy out. Okay, there's that. Then I've got Gogeta. I'm only running him at 2, and you know, this used to be like the big dog card of the deck, but now, like, I'm really trying to focus on getting this guy out into one of these 2 Gokus. So, you know, that's that. If you're running the Paikuhan, I think that you should run the super combo. I don't think you should. That way you can get a free search of the super combo. Now, this guy over here, this is Another World. This one, I think, is just seeing a lot more play in general now, because of Black and because of the way that they're just, like, slamming down these Bardocks and they're getting to high cost. If you move an energy marker, choose up to 2 battle cards and KO them. I mean, that's just really good. Yeah, I've been running this guy, I think. I mean, fact check me and go back and look at some of my original Gogeta deck builds. But I've always liked this card in the deck as is. So I'm running this one at 2, and then I'm running the 10X at 2. 10X, it's just too good to get rid of, like, especially when we're seeing a lot of these little cards, like, if you're going to go up against the Gotenks, just the threat of using this card makes them not play them out. But if they do want to, you know, take some chances, then it helps me to be able to KO it. But, I mean, that's that. It's a pretty simple deck. Strategy, strengths, and weaknesses. You do want to time your awakening a little bit, and that's something I'm still working on, is like you want to be in control to where you don't want to awaken too fast and then your opponent is, you know, forcing you to defend and waste cards from hand too early. But you pretty much do want to be awakened on that turn where you're playing out your Vegeta into the Goku, which is for the most part going to be turn 3, right? So time that awakening, make it good. You may go faster or slower, but you know, you kind of want to make sure that you don't waste hits depending on if your opponent, like against the Burnhan, sorry, excuse me, watch those self-awakeners. You may not want to self-awaken because they're going to go at you and just get you down, right? Vegeta and Goku are our keys here. I mean, really, the Goku's not hard because we've got 2 options. I think you really want the other one, but this Vegeta now, we're kind of making our deck revolve around it. And then from there, if you could just keep slamming these guys down turn after turn after they get removed, because they're going to get removed. Like, this guy's not sticking on the field too long as a 3 cost. They're gonna find a way to KO it, right? But, you know, if you could just get this guy out, keep him coming, then you're going to be able to get some pretty good pressure. 35k or, oh boy, 40k, 40k swings from this guy is pretty good. And then your opponent has to remove the Vegeta before even thinking about doing anything to him. So that makes it nice, right? With that strength, I mean, there's just a lot of great value in our cards. Once this Vegeta's out there, we're playing these guys for so cheap. And then also being able to generate marker on demand basically gives us at least 1 free play per turn, in essence. You know, you can use that marker and then you can regenerate it, so it helps with a lot of your abilities where maybe you're going to para. As long as this guy's out, then you can generate that marker back, get your 35k hit and protection or more, right? So the hits are pretty solid. I mean, it's not the best value when it comes down to it. Vegeta costs 3. This guy's still a 4 cost, right? 4 costs 35k, solid. What about this guy? 5 cost 40k that hits twice per turn. Okay, well, now that's pretty good. And it does give you solid draw power. I mean, you've got this guy that's drawing 2. Sometimes you're not going to want to waste that card that turn. This guy, if your opponent forgets about him, can just keep drawing and drawing. I've had matches where, because my opponent doesn't deal with this guy the turn he's out, and then next turn I've got Vegeta, and not him, but I've got Vegeta out there. Now my opponent has to focus on this guy. And I can defend, and knowing that you're able to draw, you know, it's like, well, all right, I'm going to defend this turn. Also know, though, we still whiff on this guy a lot, right? We've got 8, we've got 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18 cards. So a good percentage of the deck is not Another World. You're going to whiff on it, so that kind of feels bad. That's a weakness of the deck. The other weakness, we are relying on Vegeta. Just really relying on Vegeta. The deck still kind of falls apart without him, which always makes me nervous when a deck revolves around like a 3-cost card that like you can't protect. That kind of feels bad. It does play a lot from hand too. Like if your opponent's continuously removing this guy and you're playing Vegeta into this guy, that's 2 cards from hand per turn. It's for a 35k swing. Not the best value. His on play, you know, a 3 cost. Once you get past turn 4, like it's kind of a useless on play. You can use your Paras to stun, but again, like that's cards from hand that you're using, so it can get a little bit dangerous. From what I notice is if my opponent just starts hitting my face and maybe they're getting rid of this Vegeta and then they're just saying, okay, after Vegeta's gone, like, this guy's not really a threat. This guy's not really a threat. Cool, hit me for 30k. And if you want to discard another card from hand to hit me again, cool. So I find that when they start hitting my face and ignoring my board, things can get downhill fast. Alright, other cards. Ultimate Sparking, you know, it's one that you think about, like, do I want this one maybe even over the 10x? I don't know. I don't think it quite fits in this list. I think you can do it. Let me know what you think. There's a lot of value in it, and I am a big Ultimate Sparking fan. You see it in my Shallot list, but I don't know if it fits what we're doing here. I got a couple other Vegetas to consider in here, just to, like, add some more Another World. Like, maybe I don't want the Trunks. Like, is he that great? Maybe, maybe not. You know, we've got this guy. He's a 2-cost 15k, 10k. Add up to 1 card from life to hand. Then if you have a marker, choose a battle card with Another World. It gets plus 10k power for the turn. I don't know. Now as I'm thinking about it, now, like, I don't really like this card at all. It's a Self-Awakener, 10k power. I don't know, maybe not. I changed my mind. This one is a 20k 3 cost. If you have an energy marker, choose a battle card in your opponent's battle area with 3 or less and KO it. 10k combo, Another World. Maybe. I don't know. This one's actually the one I like the most. The Vegeta promo. 20k 3 cost 10k, similar to the last, but if you have an energy marker, choose a battle card with 4 or less and return it to their hand. You know, the jump from a 3 to a 4 is nice. It is only returning to hand, sure, but then they got to pay 4 in order to do it. So this one, probably the one I'd consider maybe over, again, like the Trunks, or, you know, reducing the amount of non-Another Worlds I have and getting me 10k combo in hand. So I kind of do like this one. I'd consider it. Bardock, I mean, what black deck doesn't like to put Bardock in right now? It's just another situation. Like, we don't have any Bardock's crew or Goku's lineage, so we are going to have to pay that 5 straight up for him. Probably not. Glorio's always a fun one to play as a nice little turn 2 10k combo. If your opponent has a marker, you draw a card. Maybe. And then the last one I would think about is one that's kind of like a stealth card. Like, some people that are playing black right now are including this Super Oob in there. Kind of similar. 3 cost, 20k, 10k. Activate main once per turn. If your opponent doesn't have an energy marker, choose one of their battle cards with 5 or less and KO it. Then your opponent places an energy marker. So very interesting. You know, you give them a marker, but you could KO a 5 cost. Like, I've seen a few people running this card. It's an interesting one. Does it fit in this deck is the question. I don't know. Probably not, again. So a lot of these cards I don't really like. The only one, like I said, would probably be this guy right here overall, or maybe the Ultimate Sparking. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Hawks Dragon Ball Nest. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Deck profile on a Saturday. That's right. So stay tuned for Tuesday. We will get the demo. And then come next Saturday, we're going to have some other fun stuff out there with the kind of special rules battle with the guests. Let me know. I'm open if any of my viewers want to hit me up and get some type of special rule battle that we get for a video. You know, we've still got a month or so until FB09. I've probably done about all the deck profiles I want with Gogeta, so I'm open to any content for the next month until we get FB09 to drop. So let me know. You know, look back, I've done maybe 1 or 2 special rule videos. We could make it up, agree on something, and then play each other. If you liked what you saw, though, keep hitting that subscribe button. Well, I guess you can't hit it a second time, but hit somebody up. Hit it if you haven't hit it yet. We're out here, okay? We are a fearless flock of fabulous folks who love to do what we love, and I'd love to get more people in the Hawks Nest as we grow this community. Still got code cards, Rybred619, FB08, SB02. Hit me up. show that you're a subscriber. I'll give you some stuff. But until then, we'll see you next time.